Christmas night. Adrian sat frozen as his blind date stood up in the crowded restaurant. "You're not my type. No apology, no mercy." She walked out, leaving him alone in the familiar humiliation of another failed setup. A single dad rejected again. He stood to leave. Then a woman's voice cut through the noise, clear and calm. "Can you be my new husband?" Adrian turned, stunned. A stranger sat at the next table, looking straight at him. That Christmas night, could it be the beginning of a new family? The woman sat alone at the table beside him, dark hair pulled back, sharp suit. She looked out of place in this casual restaurant like she belonged somewhere with white tablecloths and wine lists thicker than phone books. Adrian stared at her. "Excuse me, can you be my new husband?" Layla Hart repeated. Her voice stayed level. No smile, no joke in her eyes. Adrian's throat went dry. I don't understand." "I heard everything," Ela said. She nodded toward the empty chair across from Adrian. "Your date, what she said to you." Heat crawled up Adrian's neck. The humiliation doubled. A stranger had witnessed it all. He grabbed his coat from the back of his chair. "I need to go." "Wait." Isla stood. Not fast, not desperate, just firm. "I'm serious about my question." Adrian froze. He looked at her again. Really looked. She was maybe 35. Confident posture, expensive watch. Everything about her screamed success. And she was asking him to marry her. "You're insane," Adrian said probably. Hila tilted her head. "But I'm also very alone, and so are you." The words hit harder than they should have. Adrian had spent 6 years alone. 6 years since Kate died. 6 years raising Lily by himself in a house that still smelled like his wife's lavender lotion because he couldn't bring himself to throw away the half-empty bottle in the bathroom cabinet. He tried dating, he really did. His sister set him up, his co-worker's wife set him up. Even his neighbor tried once. Every single time the same result. The women would smile at first. They'd ask about his job, his hobbies. Then he'd mention Lily. The shift happened fast. Polite interest turned into careful distance. Some women said it outright. "I'm not ready for kids." Others made excuses. "I'm really busy with work right now." One woman actually said, "You come with baggage and I travel light." Baggage. Like his daughter was a suitcase he dragged behind him. Tonight's date had been the worst. She didn't even pretend. She took one look at the photo of Lily on his phone and said, "You're not my type." Then she left. Just walked out, left him sitting there like an idiot, while the waiter hovered nearby, clearly wondering if he should take away the second menu. Adrian had felt it sink in deeper each time. The belief that had been growing for years. He wasn't good enough. Not anymore. Not as a package deal. Now this stranger stood in front of him asking him to marry her. "Sit down," Ela said. "Let me buy you dinner." "Why would you do that?" "Because you look like you need it," Ela said. "And because I want to talk to you." Adrian should have said no. Should have walked out. But something in her voice stopped him. She wasn't pitying him. She wasn't mocking him either. She just sounded tired, like she understood. He sat back down. Ela took the chair across from him, the one his date had abandoned 20 minutes ago. She waved the waiter over and ordered 2 glasses of red wine without asking Adrian what he wanted. When the waiter left, she folded her hands on the table. "My family has been pressuring me to get married for 3 years, Ela said. "They have entire spreadsheets of eligible men, doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs. They parade them in front of me at every holiday dinner like I'm supposed to pick one off a shelf." Adrian said nothing. He didn't know what to say. "The problem is," Ela continued, "every man I've dated only wanted 2 things. My money or my connections. Sometimes both. I built my company from nothing. 15-hour days, missed birthdays, missed weddings. I sacrificed everything to make it work. And now that it's successful, everyone wants a piece of it." The waiter brought the wine. Isla picked up her glass but didn't drink. "I want a family," she said quietly. "A real one. Not a transaction, not a merger. Just people who care about each other." Adrian's chest tightened. He knew that feeling, that ache for something whole. "Why me?" he asked. "You don't know anything about me. I know you have a daughter," Ella said. "I heard you talking about her before your date showed up. You said she drew you a picture of a reindeer this morning. You said she taped it to the fridge even though there's no more room because she's covered every inch of it with her art." Adrian blinked. He had said that while waiting for his date, nervously filling the silence. "I know you're a single father," Isla went on, "and I know women keep rejecting you because of it. I heard what she said about you not being her type." Shame burned in Adrian's stomach. "I can't have children," Isla said. The words came out flat, matter of fact, like she'd said them so many times they'd lost all weight. "I found out 5 years ago," she continued, "medical condition irreversible. When I told my ex-fiancé he called off the wedding, said he wanted a real family, his words, not mine. Adrian's anger flared. That's horrible. It is, Hila agreed, but it's also reality. Men want children. They want legacy. I can't give them that. So they leave or they stay and treat me like I'm broken, like I'm less than whole. She finally took a sip of wine. When I heard your conversation tonight, Isla said, I thought maybe God was playing a joke, or maybe he was giving me a chance. You have a daughter who needs a mother. I want a child but can't have one. You keep getting rejected for having a kid. I keep getting rejected for not being able to have them. She set down her glass. It makes sense, she said simply. Logically, practically, we could help each other. Adrian stared at her. She was serious, completely serious. You don't know me, he said again, weaker this time. Then let's fix that, Hila said. Give me your number. Let me meet your daughter. Let's see if this insane idea could actually work. Adrian's hands trembled. This was crazy. She was a stranger. A beautiful, successful, clearly intelligent stranger who was proposing marriage in a cheap Italian restaurant on Christmas night. But she wasn't looking at him like he was broken. She wasn't looking at him like he came with baggage. She was looking at him like he might be the answer to a problem she'd been trying to solve for years. I don't know, Adrian said. You don't have to know. Hila said, just give me a chance. One chance. If it doesn't work, we walk away. No harm done. The waiter appeared again, asked if they were ready to order. Hila ordered pasta. Adrian ordered the same thing. Too distracted to think about food, they ate. They talked. Hila told him about her company, software development, started in her garage 10 years ago. Now she had 200 employees in offices in 3 cities. She worked 80-hour weeks. She barely slept. She couldn't remember the last time she took a vacation. Adrian told her about Lily, how she was 7 years old, how she loved drawing and hated broccoli, how she asked about her mom sometimes, but mostly seemed okay, how she'd started asking Adrian why he didn't have a girlfriend like her friend Emma's dad did. What do you tell her? Hila asked. I tell her I'm waiting for the right person, Adrian said. And are you? Adrian looked down at his plate. I don't know anymore. I thought I was. But maybe the right person doesn't exist for someone like me, someone like you, Hila repeated. A good father who shows up for his kid, who keeps trying even after getting rejected over and over. That sounds like exactly the kind of person someone would want. Adrian's throat closed up. He hadn't heard words like that in years. When they finished eating, Hila pulled out her phone. Your number, she said. Adrian hesitated, then he gave it to her. Hila typed it in, sent him a text so he'd have hers. I mean it, she said. I want to meet Lily. I want to see if this could work. Why? Adrian asked one more time. Why are you doing this? Isla stood, put on her coat, looked him straight in the eye. Because I'm tired of being alone, she said. And I think you are too. She left cash on the table for both eels. Then she walked out of the restaurant. Adrian sat there staring at the text on his phone. This is Hila. Call me when you're ready. He didn't know if he'd ever be ready, but for the first time in 6 years, he felt something other than resignation. He felt hope. Adrian didn't call for 3 days. He stared at Hila's text every night after Lily went to bed. His thumb hovered over her name, but he couldn't do it, couldn't bring himself to dial. What would he even say? Hi, remember me? The guy whose date walked out on him. Want to come meet my 7-year-old and pretend we're a family? It sounded ridiculous in his head. On the 4th day, Hila called him. You're overthinking this, she said when he answered. No greeting, just straight to the point. Adrian sat on his couch in the dark. How do you know? Because I've been doing the same thing, Hila admitted. I almost deleted your number twice. But then I remembered why I asked you in the first place. Why did you? Adrian asked. Because I'm tired of being careful, Hila said. I've spent 5 years being careful, vetting men, waiting for the right time, playing it safe, and I'm still alone, so maybe it's time to try something different. Adrian closed his eyes. I have a daughter. I know, she's been through enough. I can't bring someone into her life unless I'm sure. You'll never be sure, Hila said quietly. That's the point. You just have to decide if it's worth the risk. Silence stretched between them. Saturday, Adrian finally said. There's a park near my house. Lily likes to feed the ducks. If you want to meet her, you could come. What time? Isla asked. 10 in the morning. I'll be there. She hung up before Adrian could chant. Gee, his mind. Saturday came too fast. Adrian woke up with his stomach in knots. He made Lily her favorite breakfast, chocolate chip pancakes. She ate them at the kitchen table, swinging her legs and humming a song from school. We're meeting someone at the park today, Adrian said, trying to sound casual. Lily looked up. Who? A friend of mine. Her name is Isla. Is she nice? I think so. Does she like ducks? Adrian smiled despite his nerves. I don't know. You'll have to ask her. Isla showed up exactly on time. She wore jeans and a sweater instead of a suit. Her hair was down. She looked softer somehow. Less like a CEO and more like someone who belonged in a park on a Saturday morning. Lily ran ahead to the pond. Adrian and Isla walked side by side, a careful distance between them. Thank you for coming, Adrian said. Thank you for inviting me, Isla replied. They watched Lily throw breadcrumbs to the ducks. She laughed when one of them waddled too close and almost stole the whole bag from her hand. She looks like you, Isla said. She has her mother's smile, Adrian said. The words came out automatically. A reflex, Isla didn't respond, just nodded. Lily came running back. Dad, that duck is so fat, I think he ate all the bread. Maybe he's storing it for winter, Adrian said. Lily giggled. Then she noticed Isla. Her face went curious. Hi, Lily said. Are you my dad's friend? I am, Isla said. She crouched down to Lily's eye level. My name is Isla. What's yours, Lily? That's a beautiful name, thank you. I'm named after a flower. I know, Isla said. Lies are my favorite. Lily's face lit up. Really? Really? Just like that, the ice broke. Lily started chattering about the ducks. About school, about the drawing she made yesterday of a dragon eating a pizza. Isla listened to every word. She asked questions. She laughed at Lily's jokes. Adrian watched them, something warm and terrifying growing in his chest. After the park, Lily asked if Isla wanted to see her room. Adrian almost said no, but Isla said yes before he could stop it. His house felt smaller with Isla in it. She stood in the living room, looking at the photos on the wall. Most of them were of Lily, a few were of Kate. Adrian saw Ila's eyes linger on one, Kate holding newborn Lily in the hospital, both of them smiling. She was beautiful. Isla said softly, yeah, Adrian managed. She was. Isla didn't say anything else, just followed Lily upstairs. Lily's room was an explosion of color. Drawings covered every surface, the walls, the desk, even the ceiling had a few taped up. Isla stopped in the doorway, taking it all in. Wow, she said. I like to draw, Lily said proudly. I can see that. Isla stepped closer to one of the drawings. A family of rabbits having a tea party. This is amazing. Did you draw this yourself? Uh-huh. Last week. You're very talented, Lily beamed. They stayed for an hour. Isla sat on the floor with Lily and drew with her. She wasn't good at it. Her rabbit looked more like a deformed potato. But Lily thought it was hilarious, and that seemed to be enough. When Isla left, Lily hugged her goodbye. A quick, spontaneous hug that made Ila's eyes go bright. Can she come back? Lily asked after Isla drove away. Adrian looked down at his daughter. Do you want her to? Yeah, she's nice, and she tried really hard to draw even though she's bad at it. Adrian laughed. Yeah, she did. Isla came back the next weekend, and the weekend after that. It became a routine. Saturday mornings, sometimes they went to the park, sometimes they got ice cream. Once they went to a museum, and Lily spent 2 hours staring at the dinosaur bones. Adrian started to relax, started to let himself believe this might actually work. But late at night when Lily was asleep and the house was quiet, the fear crept in. He'd sit in the living room and stare at Kate's photo, the one from their wedding day. She was laughing, head thrown back, so alive. What would she think of this? Of him moving on? Of him bringing another woman into Lily's life? The guilt sat heavy in his chest. Isla felt it too, he could tell. She never stayed too long, never pushed too hard. She kept a careful distance like she was afraid of taking up too much space. One night after Lily went to bed, Isla stayed for coffee. They sat at the kitchen table, mugs between them. Can I ask you something? Isla said. Sure. Do you think about her when I'm here? Adrian's hands tightened around his mug. Yes. Does it bother you? I don't know, Adrian said honestly. Sometimes I feel like I'm betraying her, like I'm replacing her. You're not replacing her, Isla said quietly. You can't replace someone who was loved. That's not how it works. Then what am I doing? Isla looked down at her coffee. I think you're trying to move forward. And I think she'd want that for you. You didn't know her. No, Isla agreed. But I know what it's like to lose someone. My mom died when I was 12. Cancer. And for years my dad wouldn't even look at another woman. He said it felt wrong, like he was dishonoring her memory. Adrian waited. Then one day, Isla continued, he met someone at the grocery store. They started talking. Eventually, they started dating. I hated her at first. Thought she was trying to take my mom's place. But she wasn't. She was just there filling a different space. And my dad was happy again. Really happy. For the first time since Mom died, what happened to them? They got married. Isla said, they're still together. And I love her now because she made my dad whole again. She didn't replace my mom. She just helped him keep living. Adrian swallowed hard. I'm not trying to replace Kate, Hila said. I'm not trying to be Lily's mom. I'm just trying to be part of your lives, if you'll let me. I want to, Adrian said. I just don't know if I'm ready. No one's ever ready, Hila said. She reached across the table. Her hand stopped halfway, not quite touching his. But maybe we can figure it out together. Adrian looked at her hand, then at her face. She looked scared, hopeful, vulnerable. He took her hand. 2 months later, Lily came home with a permission slip. Art competition at school. Students could invite their families to watch. Can I come? Lily asked. Adrian's chest tightened. You want her there? Yeah, she likes my drawings, so Wheela came. The school gym was packed with parents and kids. Artwork lined the walls, paintings, sculptures, drawings of every kind. Lily's section was in the corner, 3 drawings pinned to a board. The first was a sunset, the second was a cat sleeping in a tree, the third made Adrian's breath stop. It was a family. 3 people holding hands, a man, a woman, a little girl in the middle. Under it, in Lily's careful handwriting, my new family. Isla stood beside him, staring at the drawing. Her hand flew to her mouth. Lily, Adrian started. His voice came out strangled, but Lily was already across the room talking to her teacher. She pointed at the drawing, pointed at Hila. The teacher smiled. Then Lily's voice rang out clear and loud. That's my new mom. Every head in the room turned. Adrian's face went hot. He looked at Hila. Her eyes were wide, wet. Lily, Adrian called. He walked over, trying to keep his voice calm. Can I talk to you for a second? But before he could say anything else, someone else spoke. Adrian. He turned. His stomach dropped. Margaret stood a few feet away. Kate's best friend from college. She was staring at Isla, then at the drawing, then back at Adrian. "Ah, Margaret," Adrian said weakly. "I didn't know you were seeing someone," Margaret said. Her voice was tight. "It's new," Adrian said. "New?" Margaret's eyes went sharp. "Kate's been gone 6 years and you've already got someone new, already replacing her. That's not, and teaching Lily to call her mom." Margaret's voice rose. Kate would be heartbroken. Other people were staring now, whispering. Adrian's chest felt like it was caving in. "It's not like that then. What's it like?" Margaret demanded. Adrian looked at Hila. She stood frozen, her face pale. And in that moment, all Adrian could think was, everyone thinks I'm betraying Kate. Everyone thinks I moved on too fast. Everyone thinks I'm wrong. Hila's just a friend. Adrian heard himself say. The words came out before he could stop them. She's not Lily's mom. She's just helping out. Isla flinched like he'd slapped her. "Good," Margaret said coldly. Because Kate was irreplaceable, she walked away. Adrian turned to Hila. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean yes, you did," Hila said quietly. Her voice shook. "You meant every word, Hila. I should go." She grabbed her purse, started toward the door. "Wait, please." Adrian reached for her arm. Hila pulled away. "I'm not a replacement, Adrian. And I'm not a placeholder either. I thought you understood that. But you don't. You're still stuck in the past. And I can't compete with a ghost. That's not fair, isn't it?" Hila's eyes filled with tears. "You just told a room full of people that I'm nothing, that I don't matter, that I'm just someone helping out. I was trying to protect Lily." "From what?" Isla's voice broke. "From having someone who cares about her? From having someone who wants to be part of her life?" Adrian didn't have an answer. Isla wiped her eyes. "I can't do this. I'm sorry. I thought I could, but I can't keep pretending I belong in a family that doesn't want me." She left. Adrian stood there frozen. Lily appeared beside him. "Where did I go?" "Home," Adrian said numbly. "Why?" "I don't know." But he did know. He'd pushed her away. He'd chosen the easy path, the safe path, the path where he didn't have to face the guilt or the judgment or the fear of moving on, and he'd lost her. The next week was silent. Hila didn't call, didn't text, didn't show up on Saturday morning. Lily asked about her every day. "Is Hila coming? When can we see Hila? Did I do something wrong?" Adrian didn't know what to say, so he said nothing. The house felt emptier than it had in years, like something vital had been ripped out. On Thursday night, Adrian found a note stuck to Lily's bedroom door. Pink construction paper, crayon letters. "I want Miss Isla to be you, Mom." Adrian's knees went weak. He sank to the floor, the note clutched in his hand. Lily didn't just like Hila. She loved her. She wanted her. She'd chosen her. And Adrian had driven her away. He thought about Kate, really thought about her. Not the idealized version he'd built in his head, the real Kate. The woman who laughed too loud at bad jokes, who burned dinner twice a week, who loved him and Lily more than anything in the world. What would she want? She'd want Lily to be happy. She'd want Adrian to be happy. She'd want them to have a full life, a whole life. Hila wasn't replacing Kate, she was just filling a space that had been empty for too long. A space Kate would have wanted filled. Adrian stood up, pulled out his phone, stared at Hila's number. He wanted to call, wanted to apologize, wanted to fix this, but he didn't know how, didn't know if she'd even answer. He'd hurt her, pushed her away when she needed him most, and now he didn't know if he could get her back. This was the bottom, the lowest point. Adrian sat on the edge of Lily's bed, holding his daughter's note, and let himself feel the full weight of what he'd done. He'd been given a second chance at happiness, and he'd thrown it away. Adrian didn't sleep that night. He sat in the living room until dawn, staring at Lily's note. The pink paper crumpled in his hands from holding it too tight. By morning, he knew what he had to do. He called his sister and asked if she could watch Lily after school. She asked why. He said he needed to fix something. She didn't push. At 6 in the evening, Adrian stood outside Layla's apartment building. Snow fell in thick flakes, coating his hair and shoulders. He'd been standing there for 10 minutes trying to find the courage to press the buzzer. His finger finally hit the button. "Hello?" Hila's voice came through the speaker, flat, tired. "It's me," Adrian said. "Silence, please, Adrian." Added just 5 minutes more silence. Then the door buzzed open. Adrian climbed 3 flights of stairs. His heart hammered against his ribs. When he reached her door, it was already open. Hila stood in the doorway, arms crossed. She wore sweatpants and an old t-shirt. Her eyes were red. "What do you want?" she asked. Adrian's throat went dry. All the words he'd practiced in the car vanished. "I'm sorry," he finally said. "For which part?" Hila's voice stayed cold. "For calling me just a friend? For making me feel like I didn't matter? Or for letting me believe I could be part of your family?" "All of it," Adrian said. Snow dripped from his coat onto her floor. "I'm sorry for all of it." "Why are you here, Adrian?" "Because I was wrong," the words tumbled out. "I was scared. I am scared. Scared of loving you, scared of losing you, scared of hurting Lily again if this doesn't work." Hila's jaw tightened. "So you pushed me away instead. That was your solution." I know it was stupid. I know I hurt you." Adrian took a step closer, "but I need you to understand something. When Kate died, I built walls. Thick ones. I told myself I'd never let anyone in again, because losing her almost destroyed me. And then you showed up. You broke through everything I built, and that terrified me." "I'm not Kate," Hila said, her voice breaking. "I will never be Kate. I don't want to be Kate." "I know," Adrian said, "and I don't want you to be. I want you to be you. I want you to be the woman who sat on my daughter's floor and drew terrible rabbits, who listened to her talk about ducks for an hour, who made her laugh and made her feel safe." Tears spilled down Hila's cheeks. "I choose you," Adrian said. His own voice cracked. "Not to replace Kate, not to fill a hole, but because you're exactly who Lily needs, who I need. You're not a substitute. You're not temporary. You're the person I want to build something new with." Hila shook her head. "How do I know you won't do this again? How do I know the next time someone judges you, you won't throw me away to protect yourself?" "You don't," Adrian admitted. "I can't promise I'll be perfect. I can't promise I won't mess up again. But I can promise I'll fight for you, for us, for this family we're trying to build." He reached into his coat pocket, pulled out Lily's note, handed it to Hila. She unfolded it with shaking hands. Read the crayon letters, her breath hitched. "She loves you," Adrian said quietly. "And so do I." Hila looked up at him. "What did you just say?" "I love you," Adrian repeated, stronger this time. "I love you, Hila. I should have said it weeks ago. I should have said it at the art show. I should have defended you, should have told Margaret and everyone else that you're not just someone helping out. You're the woman I'm falling in love with. The woman I want in my life." "In our life," Hila covered her mouth with her hand. More tears came. "If you'll give me another chance," Adrian said, "I'll spend every day proving I mean it, that you matter, that you belong." Hila stood there trembling. Then she stepped forward and collapsed against his chest. He caught her, held her tight while she cried into his wet coat. "I was so hurt," she whispered. "I know. I'm sorry. I thought you didn't want me." "I want you," Adrian said into her hair. "God, I want you so much it scares me." They stood like that for a long time. The snow kept falling outside, the world kept turning, but in that moment, nothing else mattered. When Hila finally pulled back, her face was blotchy and wet. "What now?" "Now," Adrian said. "I need you to come with me." "Where?" "You'll see." 20 minutes later, they stood outside the Italian restaurant, the same one from Christmas night, the same place where Hila had asked her impossible question. and Adrian's life had changed forever. "Why are we here?" Hila asked. "Because this is where it started," Adrian said, "and I want it to be where we really begin." He led her inside. The restaurant was half empty. A few couples scattered at tables. The same tired waiter from before moved between them. Adrian walked to the table where his blind date had left him, where Hila had appeared like an answer to a prayer he didn't know he was praying. "Sit," he said. Hila sat. Adrian sat across from her. 3 months ago, Adrian started. "I sat here feeling like the biggest failure in the world, convinced no one would ever want me. Convinced I'd spend the rest of my life alone because I came with baggage." Isla's eyes were still red, but she listened. "And then you asked me the craziest question I've ever heard," Adrian continued. "You asked if I could be your new husband, and I thought you were insane. I thought there was no way this could work." "So did I," Hila said softly. "But you were right," Adrian said. "We fit. We make sense. Not because we're trying to fix each other or use each other, but because we actually work together. You make Lily happy. You make me happy. You make our house feel like a home again." He reached across the table, took both her hands. "I'm not asking you to marry me," Adrian said. "Not yet. Not until we're both ready. But I am asking you something else." "What?" "Be our family," Adrian said. His voice went thick. "Not as a friend, not as someone helping out, but as part of us, really part of us. Help me raise Lily. Help me figure out this life. Let us be the family you've been looking for." Layla's lip trembled. "Adrian, I know it's scary." He cut in. "I know we're broken in different ways. I know this isn't perfect. But I don't want perfect. I just want real, and this feels real." Hila squeezed his hands. "What about Kate?" "Kate loved me," Adrian said. "And if she were here, she'd want me to be happy. She'd want Lily to be happy. She'd want us to have a full life, not a half-empty one. You're not erasing her. You're just helping us keep living." Hila closed her eyes. Fresh tears leaked out. "I'm scared too," she whispered. "Scared I'll never be enough. Scared Lily will resent me one day for not being her real mom. Scared you'll wake up and realize you made a mistake." "You're not a mistake," Adrian said firmly. "You're the best thing that's happened to us in 6 years." The restaurant door opened. Adrian's sister walked in holding Lily's hand. Lily saw them and her face lit up. "Lila!" She ran across the restaurant and crashed into Hila's chair. Isla caught her, holding tight. "I missed you," Lily said into Hila's sweater. "I missed you too," Hila managed. Lily pulled back. "Are you coming home?" Isla looked at Adrian. He deaded. "I'd like to," Hila said, "if that's okay with you." "It's very okay," Lily said seriously. Then she took a breath. "Can I ask you something? Anything?" Lily's voice went small. "Will you be my mom? My new mom? Not my old mom because I already had one, but my new one?" Hila's face crumpled. She pulled Lily into another hug, this one desperate and tight. "I've been waiting for you to ask," Hila whispered. "Yes, yes, I'll be your mom." Lily squealed and hugged tighter. Adrian's sister wiped her own eyes and quietly slipped back out of the restaurant, leaving the three of them alone. Adrian watched his daughter cling to Hila, watched the woman he loved hold his child like she was the most precious thing in the world. This was his family now, imperfect, pieced together, built from loss and loneliness and a crazy question on Christmas night, but it was whole. 3 months later, the house smelled like pancakes, real pancakes this time, not the slightly burned ones Adrian usually made. Hila had gotten good at them. Lily sat at the kitchen table drawing another picture. This one showed 3 people holding hands in front of a house, a son in the corner, a dog that didn't exist yet, but Lily kept insisting they need it. "When are we getting the puppy?" Lily asked for the 100th time. "When you prove you can keep your room clean for a whole month," Hila said, flipping a pancake. "That's impossible. Then I guess no puppy." Lily groaned dramatically. Adrian laughed from his spot by the coffee maker. Isla brought the pancakes to the table, sat down next to Adrian. Her hand found his under the table. They ate breakfast together, talked about Lily's day at school, about Layla's big meeting tomorrow, about whether they should paint the guest room blue or green, normal things, family things. After breakfast, Lily ran upstairs to get ready for school. Hila started clearing plates. Adrian caught her hand. "Hey," he said. She turned. "Hey, I love you." Isla smiled, the real smile, the one that made her whole face light up. "I love you too." She kissed him quick and soft, then pulled away to finish the dishes. Adrian watched her move around the kitchen like she'd always been there, like she'd always belonged. And maybe she had, maybe some families weren't born. Maybe some were built slowly, carefully by people brave enough to ask impossible questions and crazy enough to believe in the answers. The morning light streamed through the windows. Lily's footsteps thundered overhead. Isla hummed while she washed the dishes, and Adrian realized something he should have known all along. This wasn't a replacement family. This wasn't a second-best family. This was just his family. Different from before, but no less real, no less whole. He thought about that Christmas night, about sitting alone in a restaurant, convinced his life was over. And he thought about Ila's voice cutting through the noise. "Can you be my new husband?" The craziest question he'd ever heard, and the best answer he'd ever given.